family members have tears in their eyes when they welcome the in. Thank you so much for coming. He understood the situation immediately. The time for the departure is drawing near. Too soon, too soon. But still, he knows. This day would have to come sometime, and not in the distant future. I might never see you again, she said to him, with a sad smile when he left on this journey. Her smiling face almost transparent in its whiteness, so fragile, and therefore indescribably beautiful as she lay in the bed. May I see Hannah now? He asked. The innkeeper gives him a tiny nod and says, I don't think she knows who you are though. She hasn't opened her eyes since last night. He once came. You can tell from the slight movement of her chest that she is clinging to a frail thread of life. But it could snap at any moment. It's such a shame, I know you made a special point to come here for her. Another tear glides down the wife's cheek. Never mind, it's fine, Kim says. He has been present in innumerable deaths, and his experience has taught him much. Death takes away power of speech first of all, then ability to see what remains alive to the very end. However, it's the power to hear even though the person has lost conscience, and it's by no means unusual for the voices of the family to bring forth smiles or tears. Jesus Christ, is this sadness gonna continue? I'm probably gonna cry too. Kim puts his arm around the woman's shoulder and says, I have lots of travel stories to tell her. I've been looking forward to this my whole time on the road. Instead of smiling, the woman releases another large tear and nods to Kim. And Hannah was so looking forward to hearing your story. Her sobs almost drown out her words. The innkeeper says, I wish I could urge you to rest up from the travels before you see her, but Kim interrupts his apology. Of course I see her right away. There is very little time left. Hannah, the only daughter in the innkeeper and his wife, will probably breathe her last breath before the sun comes up. Kim lowers his pack on the floor, quietly opens the door to Hannah's room. Hannah was frail from birth, far from enjoying the opportunity to travel. She rarely left the town or even the neighborhood in which she was born and raised. This child will probably not live to adulthood, the doctor told her parents. To this tiny girl, with extraordinary beautiful, doll-like features, the gods had dealt all too sad destiny. That they had allowed her to be born the only daughter of the keepers of small inn on a highway was perhaps one small act of a tomb of such iniquity. Hannah was unable to go anywhere, but the guests who stayed at her parents' inn would tell her stories of the countries and towns and caves and people that she would never know. Whenever new guests arrived at the inn, Hannah would ask them, "Where are you from? Where are you going? Can you tell me a story?" She would sit and listen to their stories with sparkling eyes, urging them to the new episode with and then. When they left the inn, she would beg them, "Please come back and tell me lots and lots of stories about faraway countries." She would stand there waving until a person disappeared far down the highway. Give one lonely sight and go back to bed. Jesus. Hannah's son is sound asleep. No one else in the room, perhaps the indication that she has long since passed the stage. When doctors can do anything for her, Kim sits down the chair next to the bed and said with a smile, "Hello Hannah, I'm back." She does not respond. Her little chest, still without the swelling of a grown woman, rises and falls almost imperceptibly. "I went far across the ocean this time," he tells her. "The ocean on the side where the sun comes up. I took a boat from a harbor way far beyond the mountains you can see from this window. I was and I was on the sea from the time the moon was perfectly round till it got smaller and smaller and then bigger and bigger. When it was full again, there was nothing but ocean as far as the eye could see. Just the sea and the sky. Can you imagine it, Hannah? You've never seen the ocean, but I'm sure people have told you about it. It's like a huge, big, endless puddle." Shem chuckles to himself, and it seems to him that Hannah's pale white cheeks move slightly. She can hear him. Even if she cannot speak or see, her ears are still alive. Hoping this to be true, Kim continued the story of his travels and speak no words of parting. As always with Hannah, Kim smiles with special gentleness. He has never shown to anyone else. And he goes on telling. Fuck! He goes on telling his tales with bright voice. Sometimes even accompanying his story with exaggerated gestures. He tells her about the blue ocean. He tells her about the blue sky. He says nothing about the violent sea battle that stained the ocean red. He never tells her about those things. Hannah was still a tiny girl when Kim first visited the inn. When she asked him, "Where are you from? And will you tell me some stories?" With a childish pronunciation and innocent smile, Kim felt a soft glow in his chest. At the time he was returning from a battle. More precisely, he had ended one battle and was on his way to the next. His life consisted of traveling from one battlefield to another, and nothing about that has changed to this day. He was taking the lives of countless enemy troops, and witnessed the death of countless comrades. On the battlefield, moreover, the only thing separated enemies from comrades is the slightest stroke of fortune. Had the gears of destiny turned in a slightly different way, his enemies would have been comrades and his comrades' enemies. This is the fate of the mercenary. He was spiritually worn down. stand back and feeling unbearable lonely. As a possessor of eternal life, Cain had no fear of death, which was precisely why each of the soldiers' face distorted in fear and why each face of a man who died in agony was burned permanently into his brain. Ordinarily, he would spend nights on the road, drinking, immersing himself in an alcoholic stupor, or pretending to. He was trying to make himself forget the forgettable, the unforgettable. When, however, he saw Hannah smile as she begged him for stories about his long journey, he felt a far warm and deeper comfort than he could ever obtain. He told her many things, about the beautiful flowers he discovered on the battlefield, about the bewitched beauty and mist filling the forest the night before the final battle, about the marvelous taste of the spring water in a raving where he and his men had fled after losing a battle, about a waste, bottomless blue sky he saw after battle. He never told her anything sad. He kept his mouth shut about the human ugliness and stupidity he witnessed endlessly in the battlefield. He concealed his position as a mercenary from her, kept silent regarding his reason for traveling constantly, and spoke only of things that were beautiful and sweet and lovely. He sees now that he told Hannah only beautiful stories of the road, like this not so much. Out of concern, not so much of concern for her purity, but for his own sake. No, please stop! Staying in the inn where Hannah waited to see him turn out to be one of Cain's small pleasures in life, telling her about memories he brought back from his journey. He felt some degrees of salvation, however slight. 5 years, 10 years, his friendship with the girl continued. Little by little, she neared adulthood, which meant that, as the doctors had predicted, each day brought her that much closer to death. And now came the last travel story he will share with her. He can never see her again, can never tell her stories again. Before dawn, when the darkness of night is at its deepest, long pauses enter into Hannah's breathing. Fuck! The frail thread of her life is about to snap, as Cain and her parents wash over her. A tiny light has lodged in Cain's breast, will be extinguished. His lonely travels will begin again tomorrow. His long travels without end. You'll be leaving on travels of your own soon, Hannah. Cain tell her gently. You'll be leaving for a world that no one knows. A world that has never entered into. Any of the stories you have heard so far. Finally, you'll be able to leave your bed and walk anywhere you want to go. You'll be free. He wants her to know. Fuck! I can't read this. Jesus Christ, I'm legitimately crying. Fuck. I'm legitimately crying here. Oh. He wants her to know That death is not sorrow but joy, mixed with tears. It's your turn now. Be sure to tell everyone about the memories of your journey. Fuck! Ah! It's so sad, I can't handle this! Her parents will make the same journey someday. And someday Hannah will be able to meet all the guests she has known at the inn, far beyond the sky. Please stop! Show mercy! Jesus! Oh, however, can never go there. I can never escape this world. I can never see you again. It is not goodbye. It's just the start of your journey. Speak his final words to her. We meet again. His final lie to her. Please stop. Hannah's make her departure. Fuck! Fuck's sake, game! Why are you doing this to me? Ah! Her face is confused, with a tranquil smile. If she has just said, see you soon, her eyes will never open again. I'm not able to... Fuck! A single tear glides slowly down her cheek.